Okay, so let's say that you're like me and you don't have a printer that works. Well, my printer works, I just need more ink in it. So, and you're doing this assignment and it looks pretty intense to copy everything down. So I'm going to show you how to copy this down in the easiest way possible. Now the easiest way possible is to have graph paper, but not everybody has that. So I'm going to do this as if I were doing it on lined paper, and I'm going to show you how to copy it down and make it so that it's a little easier for yourself. We're going to, this is my number one that I show in the video. I'm going to show how to do, just briefly, how to copy it down on a piece of paper. So I have a piece of paper over here. It's just lined. And I'm going to write down my number one. And what was my number one? I think it was y equals x plus 6. So write the name of the equation at the top, just like it has there. For making your table, it has 4 categories at the top, so you're going to make it like this. Make sure the second one is nice and big and that there's 3 little ones on either side. So we're going to write down x, then the equation in the middle, just like it says on the paper, and then y, and then the coordinates x, y. So when you look at this one, it has all of these boxes. You already have the like bottom lines from your lined paper. So just make these lines and you don't have to draw every single box. Okay, so that's how you make the table. It's just like that, pretty easy. Then you can put your points in. The first one was -2. And then I'm just gonna write down my work right here. That was 4, and then that was -2, 4. Okay, so once you have all your points and you've gotten them all down, I'm going to skip this part and just write down all the points. -1, 5, 0, 6, 1, 7. Okay, and what was the other one? 2, 8. 2, 8. Okay, so you've done everything. You've written what all these are. I'm just, for the interest of time, I'm not writing them down. You have to write them down, but I want to just show you how to do this. You're going to graph your graph. You can either choose, this is your piece of paper. You can say, oh, I have enough room to the right, or you can go down below. I'm going to go ahead and make it to the right just because I want you to see how this looks in comparison to the other one. Now, what's important when you're making this graph is that you do need your axes. You always need your axes. Then I tend to make the dashes that I need. So on the x-axis, I only go from -2 to 2. So I'm going to make a few more though, so I can kind of set my scale. I'm just going to make 5 dashes on each side. In general, 5 dashes on each side for the x-axis is going to work pretty well. Then on my y-axis, it goes all the way up to 8. The good thing is I don't actually need anything in the negatives, so I'm just going to leave that hanging out. But I do need to make this top part a little longer so I can go up to 8. So I'm going to make 8 dashes, and I'm going to make them approximately equally spaced. So I'm just going to use these lines to help me out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now I can plot all my points. A lot of students, when they do this assignment, they tend to like draw in all the lines like this. Do yourself a favor, don't do that. Unless it's really, really, really going to help you know where to put the points. But imagine in your head this kind of invisible line that's going like this. Don't actually draw it. So we're going to put -2, +4. So here's my -2, here's my +4 on my y-axis. And now I'm going to find where those two cross, and it's going to be right there. Now you don't actually have to draw these points. I'm just showing you how I look at it when I'm doing it. Okay, so then we need -1, 5. I'm going -1 is here, and then 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up there. So I'm going to, there's like a little imaginary line right there, and then where do they cross? Right there. Now, this is not perfectly accurate, so if you want to do things like find where the lines intersect, I would recommend using graph paper. But on this one, you're just graphing the line. So as long as it's close enough is close enough. And as you can tell, mine is a little bit off, but it's really, really close to a line. So hopefully that helps you out. Don't try to draw all the little squares on the graph, but you do need the axes and you need the dashes for the numbers that you're going up to. So I didn't draw the negatives because I didn't have any negative y values. So I'd make sure you do the table first and then you do your graph and make it so that you have the numbers that you're going to do. Thank you.